Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Friday. It is the 5th day of August, 2022. Happy Friday to all of you. I hope that this Friday finds you healthy and safe and that you have good weekend plans coming up that will not only have fun but also keep you healthy and safe. I hope that your family, in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health, the needs of your family are being met. Blessings upon those that work in the healthcare field, as well as the first responders, every day having one goal in mind, saving human lives. And those that pick up garbage to keep streets and sidewalks, parks, and wrecks clean. And those that do deliveries for our convenience, and double blessings on the men and women trying to rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Also the victims of pornography and child pornography, the victims of prostitution and child prostitution, the victims of sex slavery and human trafficking, and double curses on the perpetrators, the perverts, and the profiteers who traffic in this human misery. And finally, blessings upon the homeless, nearly 600,000 men, women, and children living in the streets of the United States of America, and millions around the world in similar or worse conditions, and blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Brethren, first, before I start, let me apologize to you all up front. What am I apologizing about? I'm apologizing because I feel the need to again address this ongoing saga with the Donovan Mitchell trade. I feel the need to apologize to you, Knicks Nation, because of the crap that's coming out. And again, the catnip. This is not very complicated, Knicks Nation, and I want to make this plain for you all in terms of an educational situation. Some of you, again, who have been Knicks fans for 30, 40, 50 years like myself, you've seen these things before. This is not new. Let me just start with this. Very simple. This is what it comes down to. Are you ready? Danny Ainge is trying to rip the Knicks off, because the Knicks have been ripped off many times in the past. And he's trying to accomplish that. And he has ripped off other teams, most recently the Minnesota Timberwolves. And so he has a track record. Leon Rose, the Don, is not going to allow the Knicks to be ripped off. Period. End of story. That's what it comes down to. Okay? Again, let's do the subtext of that. Along with not getting ripped off, Utah is committing to a full rebuild. Anything else is BS, because it's already been leaked to us. We had the interview with Scoop the other day, and he confirmed that Mitchell wants New York. Not only that, more specifically, he wants Madison Square Garden. Therefore, if the Utah Jazz are in a full rebuild mode, they do not want a 35, 37, which it will end up being $1 million salary on their books. They don't want that. That's why they traded Gobert, and that's why Donovan Mitchell's on the market. Therefore, what are they looking for? They're looking for picks. That's what they want. Draft picks. Okay? That's what they want. Okay? So what the Don is not going to do is give them the players to pilfer our cupboards from the players we drafted that we value. Somebody said, well, if Quentin Grimes is involved, I'm sending him off. No, not necessarily. Now, he might be involved, but the issue should not be what players he's getting. The issue is how many draft picks is he getting. It's the draft capital. No, RJ Barrett is not going to Utah. No, Obi Toppin is not going to Utah. No, Mitchell Robinson ain't going there either. Not now, and not in January, and not in February. No, we're not pilfering our team for Donovan Mitchell. Not doing it. Not saying Donovan Mitchell's not an all-star, not worth getting. Of course he is. But you gotta have a drop-dead price. And you gotta see the parameters of what we're dealing with. Utah needs draft picks and short-term salaries and cheap salaries. That's why they're getting off of Donovan Mitchell. That's why they got off of Rudy Gobert. They're not looking for players in terms of long-term contracts or veterans. They're looking for young players, but most importantly, draft picks. The 2023 draft. I haven't looked at all of the players, but I've looked at Wembanyama and I've looked at Scoot Henderson. They're worth, and I don't even know what else is in there. I'm going to look at it more closely, but they're worth getting picks in 2023. Period. End of story. Now, the Knicks have a treasure trove of picks. Okay? A treasure trove of picks. They got 2 in 2023, probably 2 in 24, probably 2 in 25, their own in 26, 27, 28, and 29. A treasure trove of picks. Why do I mention that? Because if the situation was at the end of the season, the Knicks wanted to move up in the draft to a team's spot that may not, a Detroit that cannot use a Scoot Henderson because they already have Cade Cunningham and Jaden Ivey, or to another team like Oklahoma City who has a Josh Giddey and a Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's why you keep these picks, because if you're interested in a game changer like that, you need the picks to move up. Okay? Dealing with Ainge and Mitchell, yeah, I'd like to have them. Like I said, the Knicks are going to take steps forward from this year going forward now. Okay? And the difference with Donovan Mitchell and without Mitchell, we take a step forward. With Mitchell, we would take a step and a half forward. Period. That's what is that? What are we talking about? A step versus step and a half. Now it's big, but don't clean your cupboard. So the Don is not giving up players he don't want to give up. And you have to be ready to walk away from a deal. You can't be so desperate as some of these people try to portray. Oh, you have to start with R.J. Barrett and then ask him whatever else he wants. That's old Knicks. That's old media. That is a pile of dog dung. And we ain't buying it no more. We ain't buying it. The Don ain't buying it. That's why I like the Don. Because I know he ain't buying that. He's not coming up short. So if they want 4 unprotected, we can give them that. But then we give them who we want to fit the deal for the salary. We give them Evan Fournier, whose salary is necessary in this situation. You need his salary. Danny Ainge ain't going to want Julius Randle. Evan Fournier got 2 years left on his deal. Randle got 4. Again, Ainge, to be fair on both sides, he's not going to want a long-term contract. So you send them Evan Fournier, you send them Cam, $6 million right there, and you send them Deuce McBride. Because that gets the deal done money-wise. He gets 2 young players that will have talent. Okay? And he gets a short-term contract and cheap contracts with 3 or 4 number ones. If he don't want that, bye. Bye, boy. Period. We ain't got nothing else to discuss. That's why all of this media drama is coming out, because the devil is Ainge and the devil going crazy right now because he ain't getting his way. Mitchell wants New York. It's only a matter of time. Listen, till he states that publicly. It's only a matter of time. There's a lot of stress right now. There's a lot of drama, a lot of buildup going on. But the Don and his team with Brock Aller and crew, Scott Perry, they are staying cool in the sanctum of the brain trust. No, Dolan ain't going crazy. Why I know he ain't going crazy? If y'all been following history, Dolan been trying to hand over the keys to the basketball operations from the time he hired Phil Jackson. He thought he could just hand over the keys. Of course, Jackson was a great screw up in the front office in terms of running the president of basketball operations. He tried to coach the team from the president's office. So now he had to fire him. Eat $60 million. He's trying to hand it off. Then he put his boy Steve Mills in there. And Steve didn't get fired. He's still in MSG. He's just not running basketball. Now he puts a real insider in there, in Leon Rose, an executive insider, agent, person that knows what's going on. And Rose proceeds to bring in Brock Aller. He proceeds to bring in the scouting. he proceeds to build his management team. And he's not taking no shorts. And he's setting this thing up. See, a lot of people are focused on the next trade in 2 years. And okay, I hear you. If somebody is available in 2 years from now, Knicks will be in a good position to take advantage of that. And that's true. But we got to set up right now for Obi Toppin's extension and for RJ's extension, because to be in that position in 2024, you want to be under the cap, especially under the luxury tax. You don't start going into, some people say, well, Leon could afford, Dolan could afford the luxury tax. You got to be crazy. You do not pay luxury tax unless you win a chip. See, Golden State don't mind paying it, and even they whine a little bit about it, but they don't want multiple chips and could win more. That's when you don't care about the luxury tax, because you're making so much money it don't matter. But you don't go into luxury tax territory when you ain't won nothing. That's what we're trying to avoid right now. Okay? That's why if we do the Donovan deal, Randall's gone. Okay? Because they got to extend RJ. They need that money. They need that $47 million from Russell Westbrook's contract. Okay? So they're going to extend RJ, and then they got to deal with the year after this one. They got to deal with Obi. And you got to first find out what you have in Obi. You got to give him more than just 5 games at the end of the season to show what he got. Okay? So there's all of these factors, but the bottom line, the Knicks are not getting fleeced by Danny Ainge. They will walk away from the deal rather than get fleeced. Donovan Mitchell or no. And next thing you're going to start hearing is the Knicks are stupid for letting Mitchell go, or if it failed to get Donovan Mitchell. Nope. Danny Ainge failed to fleece us. Because ain't nobody else in NBA could do the picks that the Knicks could do. And still be on good ground. The Knicks could do that. Okay? It ain't like we just need to open up our picks cupboard and say, take what you want, Utah. That's some BS. So let's just let this play out. And that's why I hate to keep bringing it up, but it's on all of our minds, right? Let's be real. It's on all of our minds. We wanted to get done already, but we got to stay cool. This is where the difference between the management team, the front office we have now, and the ones we have in the past. If this was Isaiah Thomas, it'd have been done. Giving away all the picks. All the picks gone. Okay? If this was Glenn Gumrow, same thing. Picks gone. If there was Scott Layton, picks gone. Done. Plus players. But this ain't them. It's a new day in New York. We got a new team. And they ain't getting fleeced. Y'all have a good weekend. Enjoy. Be safe. Watch your back. Shalom.